Alright team, lock in, as today we're going to be building Boba Fett's Slave 1. This was a request from Hey103 and Tauri04K. So big thank you there, and if there's a ship that you'd like to see me build, let me know below. Now if you're looking for Jango Fett's version of this ship, I will be releasing a separate video, so keep your eye out for that. And at the end of the video, I'll give you a little tour of the interior that I've done on my main save for this ship. Now enough faffing, let's get stuck in. Alright, to start off, we're going to create that base, the curved shape on the bottom. Now to do that, we're going to take a landing gear, and we're just going to go one back. What we're doing here is just creating a tiny little temporary Corvette, so that we are able to go in and out of the editor freely. So to do this, we're going to take any walkway, we're just going to pop that on top of the landing gear. Then you build one more forward and one down. Then we can delete the one on the top. Then we're going to take any cockpit and pop that on the front there. We're going to take any thruster, pop that on the side there. Any weapon, pop that on the top. And any access way. We're just going to stick the access way on the back there. Then from here, we're just going to build 1, 2 out, the habitats, or walkways, sorry. Then we're going to be taking a Zenith-Class Reactor. We're going to pop one on top here, one on the side, one on the front, and one on the other side. Then we can delete this walkway underneath, and delete this walkway. Once you have that, we're going to hit P to finalize. Now I just want to say quick, the technique that we're going to use for the base is from CrisCros. Alright, I'll leave a link to his original circle video in the description. Show him some love, as it is an amazing technique. I have had to modify it slightly so that we can use it for this build, but if you could show some love to the original technique, I would appreciate that, and I'm sure CrisCros would as well. Alright, here we are on foot. Now, make sure you turn on your torch. This will ensure that you're able to see, and then we're just going to walk around to the side of the reactors like so. Then, once we get to this area, we're just going to look through this gap. We're just going to walk straight till our face smushes into the gap. Then from here, we're just going to select a seamless window. We're going to make sure that we are on 3 placement. Then we're going to look up between these 2 dots here. We're just going to place one like so. Then we're going to walk around to the other side. Do the same again, smush your face into the gap, look up between the 2 dots, and place another one like so. Then from here, we're simply just going to go back into the Corvette editor. So from here, we're just going to copy this walkway. It could be any walkway. We're just going to attach it to the window that we just placed. Then we're going to do the same over this side. The orientation doesn't matter too much, but just for the sake of it looking the same, we're just going to pop that there like that. Once you have that, we're just going to take a relay joint. We're going to pop a relay joint on top here and another one on top here. Then we're going to delete these habitats, walkway, sorry, that we placed underneath like so. And then copy the relay joint and place one underneath both of the joints we just placed. Now we can delete the ones on top. And we can delete this reactor here. Now you want to copy the relay joint and pop one on top of these reactors. Then from here, we're just going to copy a reactor. And we're going to place one at this corner, build it down. We're going to place one at this corner and build it down. Now you want to delete these reactors. Then we're going to take another reactor. Going to build it from this point out and down. Build it from this point out and down. And finally from this point out and down. And we can delete the reactors on top. Once you have that, we're just going to come around. We're going to delete these reactors on the inside. So you should be left with just the reactors pointing out like a star on the outside. Next thing you want to do is copy one of these relay joints. We're just going to place one in the middle like so. And then we're just going to place another one at the other snap point like so. Once you have that, we're just going to hit P to confirm the modifications. And now we're back on foot. So make sure again that you have the torch on. We're just going to walk on over. Okay, underneath you are going to be presented with a lot of reactors, but I'm going to try and keep this as simple as possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the far right, and you see this gap here. We're just going to walk into this gap. Then we're going to turn around. We're just going to look up. We're going to select our seamless window. Make sure free placement is on. And you see this black triangle here. We're just going to go to the point of this triangle. And the very tippy point, we're just going to place one here. Then we're going to come out. We're going to skip this section. And we're going to go to this section. Smush our face here. Go as far back as you can. Then looking up, making sure you still have the window selected on free placement. We're just going to pop one at the point here. Now we can go back into the Corvette editor. Okay, now from here we're going to take two walkways. We're going to attach them to the windows we just placed. Like so. Then what you want to do is copy one of these joints and build it on top of the walkways we just placed. Once you've done that, we can delete these habitats, the walkways, sorry. Then we can copy a joint and place one underneath. Do the same here. And we can delete the ones on top. Once you have that, we're going to confirm the modifications. And we're back on foot. So once again, double checking the torch is on. We're going to walk on over. And this time, instead of starting on the far right, we're going to start on the far left. So smushing our face into the back. Turning around, making sure we're all the way back. We're going to select our seamless window, make sure free placement is on, and we're aiming once again for that point. Place one here. Gonna come out, skip this one, move into this one, smush your face back, turn around, look up, place it on the point like so. As you have that, return to the Corvette editor. Okay, now from here, once again, we're going to take a walkway. We're going to attach it to the windows we just placed. So we're going to attach one here and another one there. Going to copy a joint, build one on top, build one on top here. Delete this walkway and delete this walkway. Copy the joint, place one underneath, place another one underneath there. Now we can just delete the joints on top. You can even delete the joints in the middle. And now we have this nice curve. We can delete these temporary reactors underneath. Now we have this curve. We're going to do a similar process, but not quite as intense, to create part of a curve on this side also. So to do this, just to give us some more room, we're just going to get rid of all this stuff that we built earlier. Then going to copy one of these relay joints. And we're going to build out 1, 2, 3. Then on the side of this relay joint, we're going to take a Zenith-Class Reactor. We're going to pop one here. We're then going to copy this joint, place one underneath, and we want a reactor on this side, and in front. We can now delete this joint, and delete this joint. We're going to delete the joint underneath. So now you have this. We're just going to build another quick temporary Corvette so that we can go in and out of the editor. So to do this, we're going to take a landing gear, place one here, one in front of the LOX. We're going to take a walkway, place one on top. We're going to take a Titan-class landing bay or any landing bay, pop one on the back, any thruster, any weapon, and any cockpit on the front. So now you have this. We're going to hit P to confirm the modifications. And you should be on foot. Again, make sure your torch is on. We're going to walk on over. And just like before, we're going to come to this gap here. Smush our face in. Select our seamless window. Make sure we're on free placement. Look up between these two dots. We're just going to place it here. And we're going to come out, walk around, smush our face in, look up between the two dots, place it like so. Once you've done that, return to the Corvette editor. We're just going to take a walkway. I'm going to place one on this window, and another one on this window. Then we're going to copy one of these relay joints, pop it on top, pop another one on top here, delete the walkways underneath, place another couple of joints underneath, and delete the ones on top. Then from here, we're going to copy this joint, place one on top here, place another one on top there. Then we can delete this reactor and delete the reactors underneath. Then from here, we're going to take some more Zenith-Class Reactors. I'm going to pop one on the side here, build it down. Pop another one here, build it down. You can delete the ones on top. I'm going to do the same on the other side. So pop one on the side here, build it down. Pop one on the side here and build it down. Then we can delete the ones on top. Then the last thing you want to do is grab another relay joint, place one in the middle, and place another one on the other snap point. So now we're going to hit P to confirm the changes. And here we are on foot. So a bit easier than last time because we only have 2 crevices to worry about. But we're just going to start with this left one. Push our face in, turn around. We're going to select the seamless window, make sure free placement is on, and aim the reticle at the point of this black triangle. Place, and walk simply straight across, smush our face in, turn around, aim at the point, and place. So now you've done that, we're going to return to the Corvette editor. Alrighty, now from here we're going to take walkways once again. We're going to place them on the windows. Then we're going to copy one of these joints, pop one on top, pop another on top. Get rid of the walkway. I'm going to forever call them habitats. And get rid of that one. Then we can delete these reactors underneath as well. Copy the joint, pop one underneath, pop one underneath here. Then again, we can delete this joint, and we can even delete this joint and this joint. Oh, the one's in the middle. Okay, and now we have this. We're going to take a Speedbird Diffuser. We're simply going to start popping these on all of the snap points around the edge of this curve. Now if you have an issue finding the snap point, just rotate the part around a bit and eventually it will find where it wants to sit. You should be left with a nice curve. Going to do the same over here. This time we're going to build one here, and then we're going to build one back one. Over on this side, build one here, build one back. Then we're going to take a Vesper Diffuser, rotate it around. We're attaching it to that angled piece. Like so. Then we're going to flip it with E. Do the same on this side. Now you have this. We're just going to come around to the front again. And we're going to start deleting some of these relay joints. So to do this, start from this side. We're going to leave this one and delete this one in between. Leave this one, delete this one in between. Leave this center one, delete this one in between. Leave this one and delete this one. Now, if you accidentally delete any of these relay joints that I've said to leave, don't worry, you can always just rebuild them. Say I delete this one by accident, you can just rebuild it from the snap points of these parts on the outside. Then from here, we're going to copy a relay joint. And we're just going to build another layer of relay joints on top of the layer we already have. Then we're going to take a swept casing and we're going to pop a swept casing on top of all of the joints that we just placed. So again, if you struggle to get the snap point, just rotate the part around a bit. Eventually, it will find the point. You should have swept casing on top of all of these joints. We're then going to delete these temporary joints. These will turn red, but don't panic. We're then going to take a Albatross cargo tank. I'm going to pop one of these on each of the relay joints. We're just going to come around to the back, copy this relay joint, place one here. Do the same on this side. And on top, we're going to take a Speedbird Fairing, rotate it around, clip it with E, place it there. And now we have this in place. We're just going to remove our temporary Corvette that we have on the inside. One of your sections will turn red, but don't worry. Then from here, we're going to take a Magfield landing thruster. We're going to place one in the center here. We are now going to change the color of this because it'll be difficult to access it later. And we're going to change it to the white and black with a weathered finish. On top of this, we're going to take a Zenith-Class Reactor. We're going to pop one on top here. And then either side, we're going to place a Medusa-Class Reactor. Just make sure you don't do what I did there and place it one too high. Make sure it is attached to the side of this Zenith class. Next thing you're going to want to place is a twin dynamo jet. And this is going to snap to this center piece here, if I can even highlight it. This one. Okay, so that it is pointing backwards. So next up, we're going to be taking a Thunderbird-Class walkway. Now, feel free to change these out. These walkways are part of the main build. I have chosen these in particular for a specific reason that I will show you at the end of the video, where I show you the interior. But if you'd prefer a different set of interior pieces, feel free to switch these out. So we're going to place this walkway here. And then we're going to take a 1x2 habitat and we're going to place it here. And make sure these are the white and black with the weathered finish. Okay, so from here, we're just going to delete this joint and delete this joint. And now we're just going to apply the paint to this bottom layer. So to do this, we're going to start from this Vesper Diffuser. We're going to hit G to bring up the paint menu. We're going to go for maroon and sky blue with the weathered finish. We're going to copy that to this piece. Now when you copy it to these Speedbird Diffusers, for some reason it won't take the weathered finish, so just double check that each of your pieces has the weathered finish as we go around and change these pieces. I'm going to change these here, this piece, this joint underneath. You can access these joints quite easily from the side. We're going to skip these three. Change all these. Change these. The joints underneath. Then on this side. Like so. You should be left with these parts changed to red, or the maroon, sorry. Next part you want to change is this, so just press G on it twice. We're going to go for the white and black with an inverted finish. Do the same for these Speedbird Diffusers and this relay joint underneath. Then the next thing we're going to change the color of are these swept casings. For this, we're going to go for the green and dark olive and weathered finish. Okay, now we're going to start building up the interior and then we're going to build the rest of the ship off that interior. You want to be taking a Titan class habitat. The reason why I've selected this part is because I'm going to make a bit of an engine room. So if you want to switch this out, feel free. put that there. Then on top of that, we want a Thunderbird-Class Habitat. Pop that on top. Then we want to take a Thunderbird-Class Walkway. We're going to pop that here. And another Thunderbird-Class Habitat. Pop it on the back like so. And we're just going to change the colors. So starting on this bottom one, this is going to be white and black, weathered finish. This is going to be the green dark olive with a weathered finish. Same with this one. But this one, we're going to change to the white and black with an inverted finish. After you've done that, we're going to take a firebox fairing. We're going to place one on the inside like so. Then going to change its color to the green and dark olive with a weathered finish. Now what we're going to do before we forget is delete this part here and this part here. That'll just give us access underneath. We're then going to take a ion barrier. We're just going to come down inside. We're just going to place that underneath the firebox fairing that we just placed. And that's going to be nice and hidden inside. And simply replace the parts that we just deleted. Making sure that this is the white and black with the inverted finish. And from here, we're just going to take a Thunderbird-Class Cockpit. We're going to pop that on the front here. And make sure this is the white and black with the inverted gloss finish. Okay, now for some offset building. To do this, we're just going to copy this walkway, or you can use any walkway, but we're just copying this one. And we're just going to build 1, 2 up. And we're going to take a cargo capsule. Going to pop one on the side here. We're going to grab our walkway. We're going to pull it underneath the cargo capsule. We're then going to grab the cargo capsule, pop it on the back, grab this walkway and pull it underneath. Then going to grab this walkway and pop it on the side. Now you can delete this cargo capsule. We are then going to take a thermal grill cap. I'm going to pop one on the front here, flip it with E, pop one on the front there. And we can delete these walkways. I'm going to come around, take a Speedbird Diffuser, place one here, flip it with E, place one here. Now do double check that these 4 parts are the white and black with the inverted finish so that they are black like so. We then want to take a swept casing. We're going to attach one here, flip it with E, attach one here. Now before we build out the rest, we're just going to change the color to the green dark olive with a weathered finish. Then we're going to apply the same to this part here. We're going to copy the part. We're just going to build 1, 2, 3 back, flip it with E, 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to come down underneath. We're going to take a CrisCros cowling, flip it with R, rotate it around, and we're attaching it to the back of this habitation unit. Then we're going to copy this CrisCros cowling. We're going to flip it with R and pop one here. We can then change the color to the white and black with a weathered finish. Back here, we're going to take a Argonaut cowling. We're just going to pop one here. Double check that this is white and black with a weathered finish. We're just going to take a walkway, any walkway. We're going to pop one on here and another one on this side. We're then going to take a cargo capsule. We're going to pop one on the front here and another one on the front here. Then going to grab the walkway and pull it underneath the cargo capsule. I'm going to do the same on this side, grab the walkway, pull it underneath. And we're going to copy the walkway, place one behind. I'm going to place one behind on this side. And we can delete this walkway, this cargo capsule, this walkway, and this cargo capsule. Then from here, we're just going to take a Speedbird Nacelle. Make sure it is facing like so. And we're going to place one attached to the walkway we just placed. Then we're going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to flip it with E, and we're going to attach one like so. Can then delete this walkway. Delete this walkway. We're just going to change the color to that maroon and sky blue with a weathered finish. Maroon, sky blue Just double check it is that weathered finish. I'm then going to copy the Speedbird Nacelle. Just going to pop one on top like so. Flip it with E, come around to this side and pop one there. Next part we need is an Argonaut Winglet. We're just going to be attaching it to the Argonaut cowling. So we're just going to rotate it around so that that little nodule bit is the part that's attaching. Make a point of saying that because you can attach them like this. This causes too much of the winglet to stick out, so it looks a lot better if it is orientated so that that nodule is attached here, because it tucks in a lot better. Now with these parts it looks like, yep, the finish is not applied, so we're just going to double check that that is applied to both of these. Okay, and from here we're going to be taking a Titan-class landing bay. We're going to pop one on the back here. And that way we have that classic entranceway for the Slave One with its little on-ramp. Alrighty, now for a bit more offset building. So we're just going to take any walkway. We're going to place one on the side here. We're going to place one on the other side. Then from here we're going to take a cargo capsule, pop it on the back there. Pop another one on the back there. Then we're going to grab the walkway, pull it underneath. And on this side, grab the walkway, pull it underneath. We can now get rid of these cargo capsules. We're then going to take a Speedbird Fairing. We're going to attach one on the side of the walkway here. Do the same on this side. Now we can delete this walkway and delete this walkway. Now what you want to do is change the color. Going to go for the dark grey and blue. It's a bit of a sort of greeny dark with a weathered finish. Change the colour on this side also. Then from here we're just going to copy the Speedbird Fairing and place another one on the back. We're going to do the same on this side. Next thing you want are some Argonaut Hydraulics. So we're just going to make sure these are flipped upside down. We're going to place one underneath this Speedbird Fairing. Rotate it around, place one underneath there, do the same on this side. Then we're going to double check that these are the dark grey with a weathered finish. As you can see, once again, the weathered finish is not applied. Okay, from here, we're going to take a Speedbird Diffuser. We're going to attach one on the outside of the hydraulics, attach one here, and attach one here. Now we've done that, we're going to take a Vesper Diffuser. We're going to attach one onto the side of the black walkway here. Then we're going to change the color to the green and dark olive, the weathered finish. I'm going to copy the part, flip it with E. We're just going to pop one on the other side. Then we want a thermal grill cap. I'm going to rotate it around, attach one here, flip it with R. Attach one underneath. And on this side, I'm going to flip it with E. Attach one there. Flip it with R. Attach one there. And now once again, I'm just going to change it to the weathered finish. Alrighty, now from here, we're going to come down to the ground. We're going to grab our relay joint. We're going to pop one underneath the Medusa-Class Reactor. Then we're going to build one out. Then we're going to do the same on the other side. Build one underneath, build one out. Then you want to delete the relay joint underneath the reactor and delete this joint here. Then from here, we're going to take any walkway and we're going to build two up on this side. And we're going to build two up on this side. Then we're going to take our cargo capsule. We're going to pop one on the side here. Pull it underneath, move it to the side here, grab the walkway and pull it underneath. And we're going to do the same on the other side. We're going to grab a cargo capsule, pop it on the back here, grab the walkway, pull it underneath, and move the cargo capsule to the side, grab the walkway, pull it underneath. Now we can delete this cargo capsule and this walkway, this cargo capsule and this walkway. Then from here, you're going to want a hard frame cowling. we're going to pop one on the front of this walkway. And then we're going to pop one on the front of this walkway. We can now delete these walkways and change the color to the white and black weathered finish. White and black weathered finish. Next thing you want is a hard frame diffuser. So we're going to pop one on the side here, flip it with E, pop one on the side here. As you can see, once again, we just need to change the finish. I really don't know why the finish refuses to apply, but we move. Next thing we want is a Speedbird Nacelle. Just going to rotate it around and attach it to the back of this hard frame cowling. Then we're going to flip it with E, do the same on this side. Then what you want to do is take your weapon of choice. So I've chosen to go for photon cannon arrays. I'm going to pop one on this snap point here. Should be pretty easy to find. Then we're going to pop another one on this side. We are going to change the finish to the metallic finish. And we're going to do the same on this side. Alrighty, once you have that, we've got a couple of pieces we're going to place in the on foot mode. And that'll be the 2 bracing struts either side and the 2 guns on the end here. Now these base building parts, they are very easy to acquire. So if you're unsure, just stick around to the end and I will explain how you get those. So from here, we're going to hit P to confirm the changes. All right, now we're on foot. We're just going to make sure our torch is on. We're going to run around and jump up on this fin. Alrighty, once you're here, we're going to be going for the Atlantidium street lamp. You'll find that in the decorations tab. Now once you have this piece, we're going to want to expand it until the white part of the stand is touching the part to our left and the right part is touching that line on the Speedbird Nacelle like so. And that'll just ensure that you've expanded it approximately the same as what I have. You then want to cycle to the orange axis and we're rotating it towards us approximately 70 increments. I have tested this a couple of times and for some reason every time I count out the increments it's at a slightly different angle, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but it is approximately 70 increments if you want to count it out. If not, this might be a bit of trial and error, so if you're willing to do that, then go for it that way. We're then going to drop down, and before we place it, we're just going to make sure it is grey and black in colour with a rusted finish. We're then going to look down at where this white marking is here, and we're just going to place it at the point of the white marking. Now if you come out and have a look at how it's positioned, you want it so that this part of the bar is approximately intersecting the middle of all of these pieces. So for me, I've rotated it too far. So now I'm going to do the opposite and rotate it away from myself. A few increments. Then we're going to go back down and replace it and see where it is. So same again, down on this relay joint, I'm just going to place it at the point. Right, have a look. It looks like that is roughly where we want it to be. Now, without deselecting the part, we are going to go onto the other side. We're going to drop down onto the relay joint. We're going to aim at this triangle and place it there. And that ensures that the angle of this bracing strut is the same on both sides. Now, this will be, like I say, a bit of trial and error, because unfortunately the increments that you rotate things in don't seem to be consistent. I did try and count it out to get the perfect angle for you guys, but like I say, it just kept being different every time. So once you've got the bracing strut placed on the other side. We can now deselect the part. We're going to go back into the build mode, edit placed parts, and any of these lamps that were in the wrong position from our trial and error, we're just going to delete. That should leave you with just the one. Next part you want is a canister rack. We are going to change the color to the grey and black with a rusted finish. Then we're going to jump up on the Medusa-Class Reactor. We're just going to expand it out till it is as big as it can possibly go. Then we're going to move it back till it turns red. Then pull it forward till it is green. Place that like so. Then we're going to move around to the other side. Jump up on the wing. Onto the Medusa reactor. Aim down so that it's green. Move it back till it turns red. And then pull it forward again till it is green. Place that like so. Now with these parts, you don't have to get it perfect. It's just fill in that area so that you don't have a flat wall of habitats. And then finally, the last base building part we're going to place is going to be in the decoration tab. I'm going to scroll down and we're looking for the cylindrical transmitter. We're going to change the color to this black and yellow, and then ensuring that free placement is on. We're going to be aiming at where this slope part meets the ship. We're just going to move up until we hit this black line here. We're just going to place one like so. Then we're going to move around to the other side of the ship. We'll do the same on this side. So where this slope meets the rest of the ship, just going to move up until we hit this black line and place it like so. That should leave you with 2 level guns either side. Okay, and once you've done that, we're going to jump back into the Corvette editor to place our final 2 pieces. So we're just going to delete this relay joint and this relay joint. We are then going to take a heavy scaffold. It is snapping to the side of the Medusa-Class Reactor, and then make sure it is flipped around so that the thick side of it that has the 2 red lights is on the inside and this thin bit is on the outside. Just going to change the color to white and black with a metallic finish. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So snap it to the side of the Medusa, flip it with E and place it like so. I'm going to check white and black metallic finish. And with that, that is the build complete. If you've got to this stage, well done. Okay, this is another advanced build. So it was a tough one, especially those trial and error parts. But hopefully the step-by-step was broken down well enough that you understood it. Alrighty, and like I said at the start, I'm just going to give you a quick tour of how I've done the interior, just so you know why I've chosen the habitats and walkways I have for the actual interior. I'm just going to walk on in. And then just to start off, I thought a Thunderbird class would be best for this entranceway, as it gives that sort of bounty hunter vibe, the way the refiners are, and how there's like bits of piping and so on and so forth. Put a couple of red lights on the inside just to give it that glow. Got a couple of crates, a couple of boxes, some trophies in the boxes, you know, some bits of robot arms. Got a bit of a weapon rack going on at the back here. Upstairs. Now, for this section, I will advise you don't place something like a mission radar or refiner or anything like that, because you can't color these to be black. So if you were to place one here, for instance, that would change the color of the walkway on the outside, so it wouldn't be black anymore, and that has sort of ruined the effect of the faux windows we got going on the outside. So up here, got just a little autophage. Now you can fit this in here simply because of the Speedbird Diffusers on top. So this does clip through, but it clips into a solid part, so you don't see it clipping through the ceiling. So this is probably the only place where you could put one of these if you wanted to put one of these somewhere. And then we've got a bit of a living space going on here. Bit of a map. I saw this someone did when I was at the Anomaly at some point. I kind of like the effect of sticking decals on top of each other to make like a sort of set of magazines or something. Alright, we'll head back down. Now down here, this is why I've chosen to go for a Titan class habitat. It's because the storage containers in the Titan class habitat kind of look perfect for a sort of engine room feel. So I've gone for a sort of engine room vibe. We've got the robot arms working on something there. Got some pipes going through, some warning symbols. And then down here, this will be the main cargo hold. So this is where all your junk gets stored. You get quite a few random boxes with this, the Thunderbird class, which is why I chose to go for Thunderbird class down here. And then I've just added a few extra bits just to sell that look. So I've got a little angled stool there, a couple of lanterns to give some lighting. Then back here we've got a bit of a sort of greenery going on stored down here. Another storage container there. The reason why I don't have a storage container on this side is because it does cut into the ladder a bit. Then we've got the pipe that comes up here, goes up to the engine room. So that is how I've done the interior. So hopefully that gives you a bit of inspiration, a bit of layout ideas on what I had in mind when I designed the ship, why I've chose the habitats I did. Hopefully that inspires you for your own version of this build. And with that, that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, I appreciate all the support I've been getting so far. If you like this build, leave a like on the video. Drop me a comment of any ships you'd like me to build or anything at all. Any questions you might have, let me know below and I'll answer all questions, all comments. You just let me know and I'll answer. Now, just to finish off, I'm going to show you quickly how you get those base parts. So you want to be coming to the Anomaly. Then you want to be coming to this back room with all the terminals. And we're heading to the Construction Research Station on the left. Then from here, we're going to scroll across till you get to the Decorative Modules tab that starts with a wall screen. And then directly underneath, you should see the canister rack. That'll be the first part. Then we're going to scroll again until you come to the Decorative Modules tab that starts with a void antenna. Now this is all the Atlantidium parts, so I'm not sure if you have access to this at the start of the game. If not, you may have to complete the main story and do some stuff for the autophage. I'm not too sure. I haven't checked that myself, but if you don't see this tab, that's probably why. So on this tab, we're going to be looking for the Atlantidium street lamp and the cylindrical transmitter. And with that, the very final thing to say is, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you for watching.